know, but literally her and Cooper's banter is like top tier. If they don't end up together, I might just like actually light into flames. I really don't know if this is like projection. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to yet another reading vlog. Honestly, this is an annual video on my channel, so I'm so excited to finally get around to filming this. By the time this video comes out, Valentine's Day would have been a few days ago, but as I'm filming this, Valentine's Day is in a few days, and leading up to Valentine's Day, I always love to just do like some cutesy little things. We're never really doing much for Valentine's Day, so I like to get myself into the Valentine's Day spirit by reading books. I'm gonna do what I do best, and that is gonna be reading some books in today's video. I'm just really ready to get back to my rom-com roots, okay? Because obviously if you guys have been on this channel for a while, you know that I started reading with rom-coms. Like that was honestly all that I read my entire first year getting back into reading, so I'm very excited to just read some rom-coms in today's video. I don't know, it's just gonna be like fun, cutesy little romance books, nothing too serious, so let's go ahead, let's get right on into today's video. For today's video, the book that I want to start with is none other than The Love of My Afterlife. Now, this book gets compared to, please hold, okay, because hey, I get a free pass to talk about my favorite book again, okay? Hold on. I feel like I haven't talked about this book in actually a good minute. The Love of My Afterlife gets compared to The 7-Year Slip all the time, and you guys know, if you've watched a singular video from my channel, The 7-Year Slip is my favorite book literally on planet Earth. So if any book is going to be comparable to The 7-Year Slip or anything that Ashley Poston writes, like, who am I to not read it? You know what I mean? We also have a little quote by Ashley Poston on the back. She says, complicated, dreamy, and hilarious. And I'm so excited, okay? I trust Ashley Poston with my life, so of course I immediately had to get this book. So this is the book that we're going to start this video with, Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. The like loose premise of this book, it says a recently deceased woman meets the one in the afterlife waiting room, scoring a second chance at life and love if she can find him on Earth before 10 days are up. Very interesting. I'm really excited for this book nonetheless. So let's go ahead and let's start reading The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. And let's go ahead and let's start reading some romance books. This book is already so unserious. Guys, it starts out, and I know like the whole idea of this book is obviously like she's in the afterlife and then she gets 10 more days on Earth to find her love of her life. But like, why is she dying because she choked on a burger? Like, if that is the way that I go out, oh, I was literally about to say I would die, but no, literally I would be dead. But like, imagine, I can't, that is so unserious. The way the author chose that to be like the setup of the story is literally killing me. Okay, back to reading. I'm literally about to be in tears laughing. Like, it says even the mighty Nora Roberts herself would sell a kidney to get that kind of chemistry on page. Stop! Guys, a very pivotal moment just happened. Okay, we already know about the Nora Roberts reference. Hey, I don't really care about that reference anymore. It says, I mean, technically humans have 5 soulmates wandering the earth at any one time, but I think Jonah might be one of yours, the way you were looking at each other. She sighs dreamily, like Lori and Jack in Josie Silver's One Day in December. As if I needed to be destroyed again. Oh, thank you for bringing up that pain and agony in that book. Guys, I have One Day in December right here on my shelf. I gave this book a 5 stars. The way I literally like jumped up as if like something very critical happened. No, like a reference to one of my favorite books was mentioned and I'm freaking out. I know the lighting's a little bit dark, but it is a little bit later in the day and I'm just sitting outside on my little porch watching the sunset. It is so pretty, like cotton candy pink skies that I'm looking at right now. And I'm reading just like the cutest little romance book ever. Honestly, I feel like the story just picked up right away. Like I am so engulfed in this and I've like not even been reading that much of it. I feel like normally it takes me longer to connect to a story and connect to characters, but I'm truly just in love with this book already. It doesn't even feel like it follows the same like structure as a normal romance book. It's just so entertaining and I'm obsessed with it. And it's also like very funny. Like almost all the reviews on the back say it's like hilarious and I'm totally picking up on that. This book honestly is making me laugh more than I've ever laughed at a book before because it's just so funny and witty. I feel like honestly the word fun is the only way to actually describe this book because like I get it's a romance book and like it has all these other different plot lines, but honestly it's just fun and like hilarious and I'm obsessed with it. I don't want to talk for long because it is very dark out here. You guys can obviously see my cabin light is on, so I'll probably head in there in a little bit, but just wanted to give you guys my updates on Love of My Afterlife because I'm sitting out here reading it and honestly it is the most perfect setting and the most perfect book. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I have more updates to share, but for right now I'm just gonna sit out here and read my book until the sun literally goes down and I can't see the words on the paper. Let's try to get at least halfway through this book tonight. She represents us girls who just like constantly embarrass ourselves. Like represent us, please. Like finally, the representation in books that I needed. Hello everyone, it's officially the next day. Sorry, I'm literally sitting here with my dog because she's literally the cutest thing ever. I can't... Oh my god. Okay. It doesn't matter what my camera angle is right now. My dog is laying on my arm. I cannot move. I do have a few updates for you guys on the book that I was reading, The Love of My Afterlife. Honestly, guys, I think that this book is really good. It was a lot different than what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting more of a romance book. This is a romance book, but I feel like the romance is a little bit of a subplot. Like the whole idea is you're following our main character and she basically went to the afterlife and then they sent her back to like the real world to find this guy that she met for like a split second in the afterlife because he got sent back to the real world too. So she literally has like 10 days to find this guy, and if she doesn't find him, then it's like, oh hey, you get sent back to the afterlife for an eternity, which is absolutely insane. But I'm also like, I don't think that the romance is between her and the guy that she has to find. And maybe that's me just being delusional, but I'm like, guys, her neighbor, like, I love him. If they don't end up together, I would be so mad because I love him so much. I've been underlining like his lines more than I have like anything else and I'm so obsessed with him, like actually. And it's not a very great obsession because I'm like, oh, they might not even end up together. So like, why am I sitting here obsessed? I really don't know. I literally got through like half of it in one day, so I definitely want to complete this book today. It is just so good. So I'm like, I'm in that moment currently where I'm like, I don't really want to read because I want to savor it, but I have to know how it ends. I really hope this ends the way I want it to, because if it ends like in a bad way, that could definitely harm the rating of this book. Like I'm eating up, for lack of a better term, every single second of this book. So let's go ahead, let's continue reading Love of My Afterlife. Also guys, my dog is the cutest thing ever, so she needs another moment. Cooper's banter is like top tier. If they don't end up together and she ends up with the guy that she's probably supposed to end up with, I might just like actually light into flames. If I have to read her ending up with at the end of the book, oh, I'm disintegrating to dust. No, I love Cooper. I love Cooper. He deserves literally the world. He's just so funny. She said, I'm not exactly the meet the parents type. He says, clearly I know that, but, and then she cuts him off, says, start the sentence again. He's just so brutally honest, but in the best way possible. I love him so much. And also her new best friend, Alid, I think is the way you say his name, the librarian. Oh my god, he's so funny too. I'm trying to speak in code here, but if she ends up with the guy that she's like supposed to end up with, oh my god. Okay, I need to shut up. I'm talking about a man too much. Like, we need to cut this right here. Blind. Like, are you literally covering your eyes every time you talk to Cooper? Because how do you not realize that he's perfect? I love Cooper. I really do. Guys, this book is actually like the funniest thing ever. Like, she's constantly embarrassing herself at literally every turn. Like, they live in the same apartment building, like they're next door neighbors. She's actively running away from him in the lobby. Like, embarrassing in the way of like, I'm literally laughing out loud because it's so insane. It's not embarrassing in the way of just like, oh, I'm cringing. It's a level of insane that I've never even witnessed before in my life, and I would think that I'm pretty insane. It's like, hey, mental asylum. Like, I love you, girl. I love you, Delphi, but like, mental asylum, it is calling your name. Like, I can't. It's so funny. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the way I look right now. I just woke up. Let's just get that out there, okay? I literally just woke up. I was like, oh my gosh, the first thing I want to do this morning is talk about the book that I finished last night, because like, what else would I actually want to do other than that? I finished The Love of My Afterlife last night, and I'm gonna give this book a 5 stars. I feel like this is the perfect book for me because I love like cutesy little romance books, but I love when they have a little bit of a deeper like concept to them, and when the character is struggling a lot with like a bunch of different things in their life, and then like the quotes that come out of that are always so special to me. Also, I love when books have like magical realism, and that is exactly what this was. So 5 stars. 5 stars, okay? When she was in the afterlife and they showed her like a movie playing out of her life, it just wasn't the life that she had wanted, and it wasn't very fun. It was just like a pretty boring life. So then when she gets sent back, she's kind of also learning how to like live life to the fullest and like go meet people and find friends, and I'm literally so obsessed. But this needs to be displayed somewhere. I love this book. That is my opinion and rating on Love of My Afterlife. Let's go ahead, let's pick out our next book for the video because I already know what I'm gonna read. So obviously we are reading romance for a week. Okay, and I think I've talked about this book on my channel like too many times to count, because I've DNF'd this book maybe like 3 times now. But something about me is that I can never just give up. Like, let's honestly just put it that way. Like, I cannot give up, because guys, it's Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey. Like, this book looks like so cute and perfect, and I'm just like, I cannot give up on her. I've gotten to like chapter 7 every time, which is like that far into the book. That is so sad. But I really do want to read this book because the premise sounds fun. Like, this is such a Valentine's Day book. Look at that cover. If I DNF this book again, I'm never gonna try again, and I'm just gonna give it to someone. Like, I'm not gonna keep it on my bookshelf. Like, I can't. But I did want to try it out again because I need to read this book. I'm really nervous though, because we just ended Love of My Afterlife on a high note, and I'm like, is this about to be like a very low note? It's supposedly an enemies to lovers between 2 book lovers. Like, they both work at a bookstore. The bookstores are like across the street from each other, so I think it's like they're competing. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's go ahead and continue reading Last Chance Books. I'm just gonna start from chapter 7 because I do remember everything from this book. I don't like it. I get it, but why does your whole life revolve around this guy that you don't even really talk to? Like, I get it's an enemies to lovers trope. I understand. And I understand that the author is trying to like add in the thinking about the other character, like that whole trope, whatever. You're currently just eating a sandwich. Let's say it how it is. You're just eating a sandwich. Why in your head would you be like, oh my God, I want to marry this sandwich, and then your next thought is about this guy that you met for like 2 seconds and you hate his guts? Like, why is that? Why is that? And then her and her friends are like trying to make this girls trip, and she says, yeah, so fun, I say sarcastically, except I'll be at the bookstore next summer. Rude. Like, literally everything in this book is just so stereotypical, and I'm struggling so bad. Like, if I finish this book, guys, I honestly think it's gonna be like a 1 or 2 stars. I just almost broke my camera because I was raging. Okay guys, unfortunately I only got like 3 more chapters in. I'm gonna have to call it quits. I don't even like our couple. I don't like really any of the characters in this book. I don't like the way it's written, and I don't like our couple. So there's not a singular thing that I would stay for. I'm gonna have to officially DNF this book and get rid of it. I have given this book so many chances. I just feel like it doesn't have enough in it to be interesting to me. Like, doesn't have any of the things on my checklist for a good book. So I'm like, nope. Last Chance Books, hey, you had your last chance a few chances ago. It's over for us. And it is you, it's not me. That's about all I'm gonna say. I think I'm done reading for the day too, because I have a bunch of stuff to do, and it's already like midway through the day. I have been reading this book and talking about the other book all day. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. Okay, welcome back everyone. It's officially the next day and I'm just like, thank God it's the next day, okay? Like, start fresh, start new, as they say. I'm gonna put my hair up in a claw clip because I can't deal with my hair in my face right now. Okay, I do look very, very bald, but at least my hair is out of my face. Like, guys, I swear. I literally look like my dad right now. Send help immediately. I look like my dad. I was thinking a lot last night and I was like, I don't want the video to end here because that would mean I only technically read one book in today's video, and I'm just like, that's a cop-out. What is better than rereading one of the books that I know and love? I don't know, there's something so special to me about like rereading one of my favorite books of all time because I haven't read it in forever and I'm really excited. So the book is none other than Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Big fan of Christina Lauren's writing. I think that they honestly, by the way, it is 2 authors and I love them so much. Oh my God, like I follow their Instagram and everything. And honestly, I think that this is their best book that they have written. Obviously, I've already read Love in Other Words before. I know how it ends. Like I know who the characters end up with. Like I know what's happening, but it has been like 2 years since I've read it. So I'm hoping that there will be some things that I forgot about and like I'll be able to kind of read it again with you guys. Love in Other Words is going to be the book that I'm going to read. If you guys don't know the premise of this book, it's basically like, in the most simplest terms, a childhood friends to lovers in a second chance romance. Let's get into it. Like, I love this book so much and I have not been in this world with these characters in 2 years. Like 2 years. Oh my God. There's also like crazy sadness in this book and I think like the wave of it just hit me. I just remembered like, guys, I'm literally like crying. And how come recently like I've been reading so many books that just have so much grief in it and I'm like, stop, I can't do it. I need to get it together. Like I actually started like immediately tearing up and I've never been hit with a wave of emotion like that before, so that was really jarring. Stop, oh my God. I don't know if I said this before, but also, Macy is engaged, due to be married, planning a wedding. And I forgot that everything happened so fast in this book. So we're already learning that Macy is due to be married. And then she's at this like little cafe with her friend and she sees Elliot again. And the way that this book is written is just perfect. Like, that is the only way to describe it. It says, then again, it never occurred to either of us to consider our own faces or degree of put-togetherness before. We were always too busy memorizing each other. Oh. I love their banter too. Kind of like a then and now perspective, so it goes back in time and then it goes like to the current time that we're at. She says, are you sure you're supposed to be in here? You look out of breath like you're nervous. He shrugged, one pointy shoulder lifted to the sky. Maybe I just came back from running a marathon. You don't look like you could run to the corner. They had banter from the beginning, okay? And I forgot that Elliot is like a very anxious, quiet guy. I'm literally gonna start crying because I remember like me when I first read this book and I'm just like a book can hold so many memories, and me reading this again, I'm like, I remember who I was reading these pages for the first time. That's really, really dramatic and I understand that it is, but I'm not gonna change. I could really use a friend. I exhaled, giving him a begrudging smile. If we buy this house, you can come over and read if you want. He grinned, so wide I could count his teeth. Maybe all this time I was just getting it warmed up for you. First and foremost, it is like 2 days later. Hey, I have been reading this book nonstop, okay? I already have my rating for Love in Other Words. Unfortunately for you guys, my rating is going to stay the same. You guys probably wanted a little bit more to this reading vlog, so I'm so sorry, but I had to reread this book at some point, and I was like, this is the perfect vlog to reread it in because it's the cutest book ever, 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 and I love it so much. So yeah, that's all that can be said. No, but seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so, so much. I hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog. I hope this got you into, I was about to say romantic spirit, but that sounds really weird. So I just hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Make sure to check out all my socials, links in the description box down below. Hey, TikTok is also back. May or may not be posting again on TikTok. I'll see you guys super, super soon with a new video. I love you guys. Goodbye.